All right, welcome to day 5 of the reading rush. So I am going to go get gas because I am on empty, and then I am headed over to a friend's house. We're gonna have a social distancing pool party. There's only 4 of us attending total, and the pool is definitely big enough for us to each have our own corner and be well enough away from each other, wearing masks, that we can socialize and still be safe at the same time. So we'll see how that goes. It should be fun. I haven't seen my friends in a really long time, so I'm looking forward to this. They've all recently had babies, except for one friend, and I'm currently pregnant, so they're like my best resource for asking dumb questions about like future events that are going to come up in this pregnancy and what to expect later after my baby's born. So yeah, plus, regular chit chat. So I'm going to be listening to my audiobook, which is You Can't Touch My Hair and Other Things I Still Need to Explain. I listened to it a little bit while I was getting ready, so I'm going to listen to that in the car on the way over there. And that's about it. I'm not bringing any other books with me, so I'll check in with you guys later, I guess. Okay, second check-in of the day. I just got home from my social distance pool party. It turns out there was only 3 of us that ended up going, which made it even easier to socially distance from each other while hanging out in the pool. But we had a lot of fun. It's quite a drive over there, so I was able to listen to my audiobook in the car on the way there and on the way back. I'm on chapter 9. It's really good, really, really funny, very insightful, highly recommend it. I'm almost 2/3 of the way done with the book, so I feel like I'm going to finish it tomorrow at the very least. I didn't read any other books today since I didn't take anything physical with me, but I plan on reading Animal Farm later tonight, so we'll just see how that goes. I have not looked at the Instagram challenge, but I believe it has something to do with stacking books, so I will look into that, and then I definitely want to try to accomplish that at the very least. I don't think I'm going to try to do any other challenges today. So the only video challenge I haven't done is the tag, so I think I'm going to try to tackle that this weekend. And then I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, so I looked up the Instagram challenge, and it's basically just take a picture of a book stack. It doesn't even have to be your TBR like I thought it was originally. So here I go. I'm going to take a picture of a bunch of books I got last weekend from a used bookstore. So I haven't posted them on Instagram, and so now they're going to go up there. All right, this is what we're looking at here. We're going to try to make this look pretty. I've got scratches on this thing, so I will be photoshopping those out before I post it on Instagram. And I think I'm going to adjust this to give myself a little bit better lighting. And then I've got this like vintage lamp over here. I might try to put that in the background, but I'm going to keep this super simple. All right, so I took that photo. I will throw it up over here so you can see what it looked like on Instagram after I did a little bit of editing, but let's be real, I'm keeping it super simple because it's already 5:30 and I've got better things to do. So the only other thing I wanted to do today, other than just keep reading, was to answer the question in the journal for day 5, because I kind of like rolled through the first 4 questions yesterday after I realized that could have been good content for my vlogs, and probably made yesterday's video like super long and really chatty in one location too long and like less like the vlog. Maybe my worst vlog, I don't know. What do I know about vlogs in the first place? So question of the day, how do you organize your books? I would say by age range and genre. And I'm going to give you like a mini bookshelf tour just to explain that. So here we go. Okay, so we are starting off in my stepson's room. Obviously, we have all of the children's books in here, or at least the vast majority of the children's books in here. This can only hold so much. We need to get him a bookshelf. So I'm hoping that when we do up the nursery for baby to come, that my stepson will also get a little update on his bedroom as well. So I'm not going to run through all of these, but you can kind of get a visual here that this is done by age and the size of the book and how well it can fit on this shelf. Then over here we've got 3 Dr. Seuss bins full of children's books in them. So these are all organized by the type of book. So this is all golden books. This would be like paper books that, let's see, like Berenstain Bears, Clifford, that kind of stuff. Little Critter. I can't think of what else is in there. And then over here we have the I Can Read or beginner readers or I Can Read All by Myself style of books. So it's like Dr. Seuss, Berenstain Bears, and a bunch of others in that bin. Okay, so these are the bookshelves you might recognize from my early videos that I used to sit in front of while I filmed. I've used it for a background for a little while, so I'm just going to go through them as best I can. It's kind of just based on like flow of what I thought would go next to each other. So if you come over here, start at the bottom, we've got a bunch of comic books, and then we've got more comic books and some art books. Then we've got comic books, manga, and what else? A few graphic novels. And then over here we have middle grade. And then up here we have middle grade going into YA. At the top we have some YA that didn't fit anywhere else. A couple of vintage children's books. A bunch of vintage middle grade YA books. All along the top I've got like my Little Women stuff way over there and some audiobooks. Then we've got, what is this, like YA that didn't fit anywhere, plus some random stuff and my classics. All my contemporary YA, or at least the majority of it. A bunch of graphic novels, more graphic novels and some comic books. And then over here, we've got some mystery novels and adult fantasy. All of my vampire books, or at least most of them from YA. When I was I don't want to say obsessed, but I was reading a lot of those in college. I think that was when Twilight was at the height of its life point. And then we have like more vampires that didn't fit on that shelf and some dystopian YA. And I already showed you up there. The rest of the shelves on the bookshelf, they don't belong to me. So that's about it. That's what we got. That's how it's been organized. So obviously the vast majority of these books are mine. There's a few shelves towards the bottom that belong to my husband. And then there's another bookcase in the living room full of his books. He's really into like vintage books that he thinks are like classics or worth something or like hard to find. He loves antiques. So those books are in a special case in the living room that has doors and windows on them. So you can see them, but you can't touch them. And that's about it. We don't have any books in any of the other rooms, I don't think. So, and this is all probably going to get torn down between now and November because this room is going to turn into a nursery and all of these books are going to need to be divided up. So we'll probably put the adult books in the living room on a brand new bookshelf. We'll put middle grade books in my stepson's bedroom. Put like baby books, toddler books, and children's books in this bedroom. And then probably weed through any books that we don't feel like we need anymore and donate them. So, oh, the one other thing I might show you is where I keep my single comics. So this is the home of all of my single comics. My husband keeps his in a special closet, but mine's in this like hutch chest wooden box thing. He got this and painted it for me. It's been scratched up a bit by somebody who will be nameless. But this is where I keep all of my single comics. As you can see, I have a few things on the top that I still need to organize. This is the bag that has the last 2 comics I purchased. They need to be filed properly. But as you can see here, I have quite a bit. There's like 6 rows of single comics. And then yes, I've read most of these. There are a few in here that I have not read. But I used to have a whole lot more. And when I moved into with my husband, I actually decluttered a bunch of them and then sold them at auction. So these are the ones I really wanted to keep. Okay, internet, this is the last check-in for this vlog. This is Saturday Anna, apologizing for Friday Anna for not checking in before she fell asleep. Basically, I finished chapter 9 of my audiobook and tried to listen to chapter 10 on 2 different occasions and fell asleep both times. I also read 10 more pages of Animal Farm before falling asleep. I just kept dozing. I just couldn't contain my sleep. I just couldn't push it off and read a little bit more. I think the problem was I didn't edit I didn't edit Thursday's vlog in the morning and then post it immediately like I have the rest of the week because I was going into town. So I waited to do it when I got home, and then it took a lot longer than I thought it would, and for some reason it took like 3 hours to post on YouTube. So yeah, that vlog went up really late and it affected my reading. I tried to read while waiting for it to post, but like I said, I fell asleep at least 3 times trying to read, and then I just officially fell asleep and gave up without even checking in. So I will put my official like number count over here for what little I read yesterday, which wasn't a lot, but it is what it is. So I will see you guys later looking just like this. So bye.